Stop using the word very. It can sound monotonous and boring. Improve your vocabulary to sound more precise and exciting. It is common for English speakers to express their feelings and thoughts in a variety of ways. This will make you sound more intelligent and natural. Vulgar.
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 The third and strongest option is very informal and vulgar.
Brief.
Brief. Brief. Brief.
So that's just a very brief list showing you exactly what you need to study to be fully prepared for any English writing exam.
Exact.
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 Precise.
Precise. Precise.
Precise.
Radiologists can use AI to calculate the exact shape and volume of tumours, revolutionising treatment.
On our shelves at home, we have a box set of the DVD series 24, season 6 to be precise.
Idiotic.
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 Idiotic. We know all our worst angles, every mistake we've ever made, every idiotic thing we've ever said.
Dull.
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 Hello, I'm Emma. I am from English. That was all my fault. It was pretty dull.
Fearful.
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 Terrified.
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 It was a fearful, ghostly scene.
Instead of saying so scared, I would say terrified. Okay?
Superb. Excellent. Splendid. Terrific. Amazing. Awesome. Fantastic. Fabulous.
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 This meal is superb. Not super, it's got a B on the end. Superb, and it just means the absolute best. Terrific. Be careful on the pronunciation of this one. It's not terrific, it's terrific. Another one is splendid. If something is splendid, it's top-notch. It's absolutely excellent.
There were amazing examples in the Prado of this, of his subjects as well. So.
No, I obviously did not quit, and I would not have, because it was awesome.
And we had meetings with people who had given feedback, and somebody wrote an essay for us of all the things that we'd done wrong, which was fantastic because we just did them right next time.
So today I have got 5 spring-related idioms for you, and I'm doing this in collaboration with Lingoda, who have a fabulous new blog post all about these spring idioms. So if you want more information, you can read that. And also spring idioms in loads of other languages as well. Their blog is a really useful resource. I definitely recommend you to check it out. The link is in the description below.
Awful. Horrendous. Terrible. Horrible. Atrocious. Awful. Horrendous. Terrible. Horrible. Atrocious.
Awful. Horrendous. Terrible. Horrible. Atrocious.
Awful. Horrendous. Terrible. Horrible. Atrocious.
Are you ready for the last word that you should never ever use? It is thing. Yeah, I know. Awful, isn't it? Isn't it just the most awful word?
Go back to your parallel world, populated by only straight white men. How horrendous if a world like that actually did exist somewhere.
It's only a matter of time before terrible things happen to me, given who I am.
Obviously you do have the days when you don't want to get out of bed and it's raining and you don't want to go and do a horrible running session on the track, but you drag yourself out of bed because I'm personally motivated by winning medals and making championships and improving on what I've done in the past, and that's what gets me to those sessions when I'm not feeling 100%.
But what if something is really bad? Well, don't worry, I've got a list for you. Now there's an unwritten rule in English. If you use a posh word meaning bad, you have to show absolute disgust whilst using these words. So we have atrocious,
freezing, chilly, frosty,
freezing, chilly, frosty,
freezing, chilly, frosty,
freezing, chilly, frosty.
Walking. Yesterday I went for a walk in the park, it was freezing.
Walking along, it's sunny, really no clouds in the sky, but it's a little bit chilly.
We usually prefer our grass that we lay our linens upon to be of medium height and preferably on a frosty day.
ravenous, famished,
ravenous, famished,
Ravenous. Famished.
Ravenous, famished.
very hungry, ravenous. That is one of my favourite words, I think. What a fantastic word, ravenous.
If you're with a group or happen to be extra famished, the massive 48-ounce double porterhouse is the order.
forceful,
forceful,
Forceful, forceful.
The Victorians toned down this dark content, or made it less forceful.
sluggish,
sluggish,
Sluggish.
Sluggish.
Common feedback from this game is that it feels sluggish to play.
rapid, quick,
rapid, quick,
Rapid, quick. Rapid, quick.
The heat causes the compressed air to rapidly expand, bursting out of the exhaust and propelling the engine forward.
These cars were quick to start, clean and quiet to run, and if you lived somewhere with access to electricity, easy to refuel overnight.
petrified, petrified,
petrified,
petrified.
But what about the audience? Were they very scared? Can we think of something better? How about petrified? The audience were petrified by the deafening noise.
chilling,
chilling,
Chilling.
Chilling. But at the same time, even with something like 10 Rillington Place, even though it's a cold and it's a chilling character, he still presents you that kernel of humanity at its worst, but he makes it a real person.
exhausted, bushed,
exhausted, bushed,
Exhausted, bushed.
Exhausted. Bushed.
It was really, really fun last night, but I am exhausted now.
Next, I'm bushed. A bush or a shrub, but in this case, it again means to be really tired.
drowsy,
drowsy,
Drowsy.
Drowsy.
He was never seen either to laugh or to play, but perched in his high chair would gravely sit there, folding his arms in a way peculiar to the late Mr. Izvetsov, and thus he would remain for hours, drowsy and motionless.
destitute, pauper,
destitute, pauper,
Destitute. Pauper.
Destitute. Pauper.
The gamble failed, and he was left nearly destitute.
To me, it's comforting, it's reassuring, it's what America is about, to know that regardless of your socioeconomic status, you're going to get the same great care in this emergency room, whether you're a millionaire or a pauper.
gleaming, glowing, gleaming, glowing,
Gleaming. Glowing.
gleaming, glowing.
They wanted to transform lowly lead into gleaming gold.
Imagine awareness as a glowing ball of light, like an orb that can float around.
perplexed, baffled, mystified,
perplexed, baffled, mystified,
perplexed, baffled, mystified,
Perplexed, baffled, mystified.
I don't know too much about it. I don't want to know too much about it, but I do know that it's about someone called Zachary who goes to a library and starts reading a book, and he reads in this book a story from his own childhood, and he is perplexed because he doesn't know how he has been written about and catalogued. Then
Harold's army was battle-weary and exhausted from the long march south.
Where creativity comes from has mystified us for centuries.
If you want to improve and widen and expand your vocabulary and sound more eloquent, I want you to avoid the most boring word in the English dictionary. Do you know which word it is? The word is very. Oh my God. Very is such a boring word. Every time I hear it, I yawn. Why say very good if you can say excellent, fantastic, amazing, incredible? Why say very bad if you can say dreadful, appalling, hideous, revolting? Stop using the word very and start incorporating more advanced adjectives into your everyday speech and writing. When you're speaking, try and be conscious of every time that you use the word very and which adjective you used it with. Then you can go and search the adjective in a thesaurus and find synonyms. Very dirty can be filthy or squalid. Very cross can be seething, livid. I actually have a video about that. You can check it up there. But yeah, being conscious of when you use the word very is very, very useful. How ironic. So I just made that mistake there. Being conscious of the word very is an invaluable tool. Doesn't that sound better? Doesn't it sound better? I think it does.